Every project, no matter how well planned, has uncertainty that threatens timelines, budgets, or outcomes. Others open the door to opportunities that could accelerate progress or deliver additional value. The question every project leader faces is not whether risks exist, but how much risk management is enough. Risk management is often mistaken for a bureaucratic process that creates extra documentation without adding tangible value. In reality, when applied at the correct scale, risk management is the difference between navigating rough seas with a map and compass versus sailing blind. It enables teams to anticipate the unexpected, seize hidden opportunities, and make better informed decisions. So, how do you find the balance? Too much risk management can bog down a team with analysis and process, while too little leaves projects exposed to avoidable surprises. The answer lies in understanding the benefits, scaling your approach appropriately, and embedding practical habits into your team's daily work. First, and perhaps most overlooked benefit of risk management is that it isn't only about bad news. While threats can derail a project, opportunities, also known as positive risks, can create competitive advantages. An opportunity that identifies a way to accelerate a product launch, for instance, may enjoy a faster revenue stream or need a competitor to market. Similarly, identifying underutilized resources early might allow a team to redirect effort toward a critical task without adding cost. Beyond capturing opportunities, risk management helps organizations build agility by anticipating possible changes in scope, resources, or the market. Project leaders can adjust course more quickly and with greater confidence. This proactive stance helps teams from being blindsided, and resources and stakeholders are assured that the project is prepared for uncertainties. Another benefit is alignment with strategy. Projects exist to drive organizational goals, and unmanaged risks are one of the biggest reasons strategies fall short. By systematically identifying and addressing risks, initiatives are more likely to deliver on their intended value. Perhaps the most intangible advantage is cost savings. Preventing problems or addressing them early is always less expensive than firefighting once they escalate. Risk management allows preventive measures to take the place of costly reactive ones, conserving budget and team morale. Finally, risk management increases predictability. While it is impossible to eliminate uncertainty, causing awareness of it and developing contingency plans makes outcomes more reliable. And when genuine surprises occur, the process has already been trained and the team can make better, faster decisions. Resilience becomes a built-in strength rather than a scramble to survive. Big question remains: how much time, money, and effort should you put into risk management? The unsatisfying but honest answer is it depends. A 2-week software patch project does not require the same rigor as a multi-billion-dollar infrastructure program. The key is scaling your process to the size and complexity of the work and keeping it proportionate. A helpful rule of thumb is that the costs and time of implementing risk management should be less than 10% of the overall project. This ensures that the process adds value without consuming disproportionate resources. Within that boundary, though, there are objectives worth keeping in mind. First, risk management should pay for itself by uncovering opportunities that offset the negative impacts of threats. For example, if identifying a potential delay allows you to restructure work and shorten the schedule, the process is already delivered and at game. Second, planning should prioritize avoiding or mitigating catastrophic risks. Not all risks deserve the same level of attention, and knowing which ones could contribute to project failure is essential. Third, risk management should keep the team in control rather than reacting to events. A well-designed plan makes the project manager and team proactive rather than passive. Finally, effective risk management requires measurement. Establishing metrics allows you to evaluate whether the process is working, celebrate success, and make adjustments for future projects. Without this feedback loop, risk management risks becoming static rather than continuously improving. The bottom line, enough risk management is the amount that protects the project, enhances opportunities, and improves decision making without overwhelming the team. Understanding the benefits and knowing how to scale risk management are essential, but they don't automatically translate into effective daily practices. Project leaders need concrete steps they can take to keep risk management practical, relevant, and impactful. Good news is that risk management doesn't have to be complicated. When broken down into manageable actions, it becomes something every team can do well. Here are 5 practical tips that turn the theory of risk management into a habit and ensure your projects are prepared for uncertainty. Tip number 1, spot risks early and often. The earlier risks are identified, the more options a team has for dealing with them. Waiting until problems surface leaves fewer choices and usually higher costs. That's why risk management should begin as soon as the project charter is handed over. During planning, take the time to identify possible risks in scope, schedule, resources, and external dependencies. The risk log should become a living document rather than the result of a one-week exercise. Revisiting the log periodically refreshes awareness and captures emerging risks that weren't visible at the outset. Finally, equally important is feeding lessons learned back into future projects. If a past initiative stumbled due to vendor delays, ensure that this insight informs the planning of your next vendor-dependent project. A continuous feedback loop ensures each project benefits from the experience of the last. Tip number 2, make risk management a team sport. Risk management isn't a solo activity. When only the project manager tries to maintain the risk register, critical perspectives are lost. Risks live in every part of the project, from technology changes to procurement to cost and schedule control. People closest to each area are the best positioned to spot them. Time-boxed workshops can be powerful tools. Bringing the team and key stakeholders together for a dedicated session allows risks to be identified, analyzed, and discussed in a collaborative setting. Even a short, well-facilitated session can cover risks that might go unnoticed. Collaboration also builds buy-in. When team members have a hand in shaping the risk plan, they are more likely to take ownership of their roles in managing it. Risk management stops being an abstract document and becomes a shared responsibility. Tip number 3, Talk about risks clearly and often. One of the most common pitfalls in risk management is poor communication. Some project managers avoid discussing risks for fear of alarming stakeholders, while others overwhelm their audience with so much detail that the signal is lost in the noise. The goal is balance. Communicate the top risks clearly with context and transparency. Open communication helps normalize the idea that risks are part of every project. When stakeholders see that risks are being tracked and managed, they gain confidence rather than anxiety. It's also critical to frame risks in terms of impact and likelihood, not just abstract descriptions. Saying there is a high chance of a 2-week delay if we don't secure this vendor by Friday is more actionable than vendor availability as a risk. Regular updates, whether in status meetings or reports, should include a concise overview of the risk landscape, again, focusing on the top risks. This maintains awareness without bogging down the process. Tip number 4, don't dismiss the hard to measure risks. Some risks lend themselves easily to numbers. Budget overruns and schedule delays can often be quantified with reasonable accuracy. Others, such as reputational damage or regulatory changes, are harder to pin down. The temptation is to ignore them because they resist early measurement. That's a mistake. Qualitative analysis is still valuable, even if a risk cannot be expressed as a precise dollar amount. Understanding its potential severity helps prioritize it. From there, teams can explore whether existing data might shed light or whether new data must be collected to improve the analysis. For instance, a company worried about customer backlash to a product change might survey users to estimate the likelihood and potential scale of dissatisfaction. Even imperfect data is better than none, and it can turn a vague concern into something more manageable. Tip number 5, embrace risks as a source of opportunity. Remember that not all risks are threats. Viewing risk management as an exercise in doom spotting misses half the picture. Opportunities can be every bit as impactful as threats. A team that systematically looks for positive risks might find ways to accelerate schedules, reduce costs, or add features that might delight stakeholders. Just as importantly, going through the discipline of risk management builds muscle memory. When a truly unexpected risk arises, the team is already accustomed to evaluating uncertainty and making decisions under pressure and adapting quickly. In this way, risk management isn't just a safety net, it's a springboard for innovation and resilience. The question of how much risk is enough does not have a one-size-fits-all answer. What it does have is a guiding principle. Risk management should be proportionate, practical, and purposeful. It should safeguard projects, cover opportunities, and empower teams without creating unnecessary bureaucracy. For small projects, that might mean a lean risk log updated during weekly check-ins. For large complex projects, it might mean dedicated workshops, metrics, and reporting systems. In either case, that measure of success is the same. Are you reducing surprises, making better decisions, and positioning your project to deliver strategic value? When practiced well, Risk management is not overhead. It is the genesis of project resilience. Done at the correct scale, it helps teams navigate uncertainty, capitalize on opportunity, and deliver success in a world where unpredictability is the only constant. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you're getting value from this content, please like, share, and consider subscribing. And I'll see you soon with another tip. Take care.